Greetings and salutations, and this is Tech Plays here, back with more Resident Evil Requiem. Yep, we are here. We are here. We are definitely here. We are here, ladies and gentlemen and non-binary individuals. I'm kidding. We start this video off with me being lost, apparently, because I'm looking around the map. Hope you enjoy my really bad impression of an English accent. It is clearly not good, but I'm still gonna do it because funny. Wanker. Anyway. Bloody wanker. Not good. Bottle water. I literally have a British friend. Hope you're watching, by the way. Hope you enjoy that little humor. If not, then whatever. But literally have a British friend, and I have no idea how he'd feel making those jokes off a video. But we'll see, I guess. It's all in good fun. It's not me like making fun of anyone. It's just just goofing around. It's fun to do accents. Hell, I could even make fun of the southern accents, and I'm from the south. Yeah, like, I could do that. Like, fuck. I feel like as long as it's, like, not a race-specific accent, it should be fine to, like, joke about it. Right? Like, obviously, it's insensitive to, like, do jokes with, like, a black accent or an Asian accent. But, like, come on. A British accent, that should be fine. That should be fine. I love doing Aussie accents in particular. Oi, mate. You having a laugh down there? Another shrimp on the barbie. It sounds better when I do the Dingo Dio voice. Good eye, mates. Dingo Doyle's the name. And who good Cortex gave me orders to get the crisps to them dirty ice ages. Now give me the goods and shove off. I'll roast yous. Why do I bring Dingo Dio up? Well... Not pointing any fingers at what this is a hint to, but I did talk about recently that something's coming up on my channel soon. And, Dingo Dio's a Crash character. Just a little hint of something. Hope you enjoy that freebie there. Probably too obvious of a hint, but fuck it. I want to give hints to be fun. To be fun about it, see who can guess it. Even though that's a very obvious hint. Take you down. I think I've already talked about how, like, a lot of people give Raccoon City too much shit in this game. I think it's pretty fun, on replays at least. My first run, it was definitely way too long. But on replays, when I already knew what I was doing, it was kind of perfect. Not the best part of the game. I think all Grace's sections easily outdo all of Leon's sections. I do like playing Leon in this game, and his sections are fantastic. But it's more so that Grace just has really good map design and enemy encounters and shit. It might also have to do with my bias for the survival horror heavy side of the series. I do like the action shit with Leon. Well, I particularly like the action type shit that Leon gets, and I kind of wish they did that kind of shit with Jill. I'm not a big fan of Chris Redfield style action. I didn't like RE5 or 6. Even though Leon was in RE6, I would still consider that more like... That's the kind of action I feel like doesn't fit Resident Evil, and that's the kind of action I associate Chris Redfield with. I think the only time, like, an action-heavy Chris Redfield was kind of fun was his section in RE Village was a little fun. The DLC not a hero DLC for Resident Evil 7. He's not even really that action heavy there. It's kind of like a mix of action and survival horror. It's kind of the first time Chris has played that way since Code Veronica, but yeah. And I kind of like that. I hate the whole excuse of like, these guys have been through so much, you can't really scare these characters. They can't be put in survival horror scenarios. Bitch! RE9! With like a word with you. Yeah, Leon sections aren't that scary in this game, but like, they're a little bit. There's a little bit of scares here. Obviously, I played the game several times over, so like my reaction to these scares aren't going to be much. But there's a few scares here, I'd argue. Like, these dark corridors kind of spooked me a little bit in my first run. Like, the dark corridors in the sewer areas and shit. Like, those are spooky. Those are spooky. But yeah. I'm gonna eat me a peppermint because my throat's like really scratchy for some reason. I need to get some more peppermints next week, but fuck it. It takes me a while to run out of peppermints because I only use them for sore throat and scratchy throats. Like, I've had this bag of peppermints since I think since September. And at the time of recording, I'm only recording a week or two before this video goes up. So, to put it in perspective, it is May. I had this bag of peppermints since September. Maybe October. I know it was in the fall. And it was before November. I know that. But the point is, I had them a while. They last me a while. What I like to do is I like to get a bag of like the Kroger brand peppermints for throat shit. My throat gets scratchy when I got a sore throat, when I'm sick. That sort of shit. I like to get a bag of Kroger brand ones. They're really cheap. They'll last me months. And just pop one in when I need one. Well, pop one in when I need one. And, I have someone in the house who's allergic to mint, so I can't eat this around her. But, whenever I'm not in the same room as her, and I have throat shit, pop one in. Pop one in. Eat a peppermint. Peppermints are a really good remedy for that kind of shit, by the way. Hot tea is another good one, so is, carbonated shit. My go-to carbonated, like, thing for, like, sickness used to be Sprite. Then it was ginger ale. Then it was Pepsi. Now, it's, it depends on what I'm feeling and how much I've had of diet soda in the last month. Because I can have diet soda, but it's got to be in limited amounts. I can also have corn chips in limited amounts. I can still have corn chips. Because I've talked about my diet before. I can still have some kinds of corn chips in certain amounts. I can have the Kroger brand barbecue and chili corn chips. I can have tortilla chips. I can have them. I just can't have them every week. I can have them maybe 2 weeks out of the month. The corn chips. When I say corn chips, I'm talking about both like the Fritos style Kroger corn chips and the tortilla chips. I can have those like a couple weeks out of the month. And I can have diet soda like a couple weeks out of the month. Or I could have it 1 week out of the month and have a couple diet sodas from ordering food. Because I can still order food. I can still have Wendy's. I can still have Taco Bell. Because they have, like, healthy options for me. I like to get the classic Lux box from Taco Bell. Sub out all the beef and refried beans for black beans. It is really good. Really good. And it's good for me. Black beans are a cheat code. They're a cheat code I found. You can make wraps out of them that taste like burritos. Really good. This last week, I've been eating, like, burritos that I make with some black beans, mozzarella cheese, and salsa. Really good. I had one last night. I had a couple last night that I also put some lettuce on. Fantastic. That kind of turned it more into a taco than a burrito, but, like, still fucking amazing. Like, Black beans are a cheat code. They're they're kind of a really good cheat code too, because before I'm limited in terms of meat. I'm limited to eating chicken, turkey, and fish. I don't like fish. I don't. I only like tuna. And I have to eat tuna with light mayo. And light mayo is like another one of those things where I can have like a week or two out of the month, but that's kind of it. Because it's still got some stuff in it. It's just not a lot. So it's not something that I have to completely cut from my diet. I can have it pretty regularly, just not. When I say pretty regularly, I could probably have it like 6 days out of the month. That's kind of like a similar thing to like the corn chips. Tortilla chips I can have a little more often than the other stuff. I was just kind of like tossing it in with that. I can have diet soda. What I do with diet soda is I'll either get diet 2 liters out of the month, or I'll get a diet 2 liter once a month, and I'll just get diet soda with ordered food a couple times. Because diet soda and juice are all I can really have with like ordered food. And I gotta be careful about what juices they are too. I gotta make sure like the sugar is like below 25 grams. Because 25 grams is like the limit. If I have more than 25 grams in like a drink, then I need to like avoid sugar for the rest of the day. And that's really hard to do. Because, yeah, like, I do eat a lot of low sugar stuff now. I do eat a lot of stuff that's got sweetener in it instead of sugar. Don't worry. I do have sweetener in moderation. I want to point that out for people who know that you can't have sweetener regularly. I do have it in moderation. I mainly only have it for drinks. First of all. I think the only, like, sugar-free sweetener thing that I have food-wise is chocolate pudding. That's like the only thing. And I've only had that once since my diet started. I also had cookies once, but they were expensive, so I'm probably not getting those again. They were sugar-free cookies. I kind of miss the Chips Ahoy sugar-free cookies that they used to have. I'm kind of mad they don't have those anymore. They don't have them at the Kroger we go to anyway. And we grocery shop at Kroger. I prefer Walmart a little bit because there's some cheaper stuff at Walmart, but I get why Kroger's more convenient. Walmart has better sales. Kroger has better coupons, I would say. Plus, Walmart has better default prices for a lot of shit. But then Kroger has better default prices for the other shit. If we had the time and patience, it would save us money just to go to both stores. Just to, like, keep track of what's cheaper at which store, go to both. It would. But, especially because I'm pretty sure they're, like, really close to each other. So, wouldn't take much gas. But, we ain't got time for that. So, better just to go to Kroger. Because Kroger has all the coupons. I will say, though, I haven't been able to use coupons as much since I've started my diet, because a lot of Kroger coupons are for really unhealthy shit. There is exceptions, though. They do sometimes have sparkling water coupons, or they'll have, like, lean cuisine coupons, or coupons for peanuts, coupons for Greek yogurt, coupons for sugar-free shit, etc., etc. They'll have stuff that, like, I can have here and there. But, yeah, it's basically just, they don't have a lot of coupons for healthy stuff. Not good ones, anyway. Like, not good ones. When there is healthy stuff on there, there'll be a few coupons that can work for me, but then there's, like, a bunch of them that are, like, expensive by default, and then the coupon will be, like, $1 or $2 off, but the $1 or $2 off still makes that item, like, $8 to $10. And I'm just like, you know this coupon is practically worthless, right? You're still paying $8 to $10, which is, like, yeah, the full price is $10 to $12, but that's barely a difference. Unless you're buying multiple of that item where, like, the money you're saving stacks up, which we don't. We usually buy one or two of an item because we kind of buy groceries by the week. We buy like a week's worth of groceries. So we only buy 1 or 2 items. I feel like you would only buy a bunch of those items if you were like getting groceries for a few weeks, or if you were like throwing a party or something. We don't do that shit. We at least not often. So, yeah. I'm kind of proud of myself a little bit, because I talked a little bit about some stuff in my life. I've been talking about stuff in my life a little more lately. I'm kind of proud of myself with that, because I usually just go on rambles about things I enjoy. I don't really talk about my life that much. I kind of just feel more comfortable talking about my life lately, because it's going a little better, right, than it has in a long time. That might be in part because, like, well, actually, I stopped taking them. I stopped taking the antidepressants. We couldn't afford to, like, get them again. But that might be in part because I took antidepressants for a minute. I do still take sleep medicine and vitamin D. Speaking of which, while I have food on my stomach, I need to take this vitamin D pill. I forgot to take it this week. I was supposed to take these on every Wednesday, but I forgot to. I only got 2 left. We're gonna have to get some over-the-counter ones in a week, after this week. I say after this week because we go grocery shopping tomorrow, and our list is already expensive enough. I'll get some vitamin D next week. Unless they're just really cheap. Then we'll see. Yeah, let me take this peppermint out of my mouth for just a minute. Gotta pop the vitamin D. But yeah, they prescribed me some sleep medicine, some vitamin D, sleep medicine, vitamin D, and antidepressants a couple months ago. I took the antidepressants for like a month and a half. Had to stop taking them because we couldn't afford to get them refilled. I have 1 vitamin D left. We're not going to be able to get that refilled. We weren't able to get the sleep medicine refilled either, which is why I'm taking over-the-counter melatonin now. I actually stopped taking melatonin for a few days because it was giving me, like... I need to find a way to break those pills up smaller, because I was breaking them in half. They're like, they're 10 milligram melatonin, and what was happening was they would make me think I see stuff. Not like full-on hallucination, like that kind of shit, but like, it would feel like I'm being watched. Right? When I'm not. So, what I'm probably going to start doing is, next time I take a melatonin, I'm probably going to break the pill into thirds. Try to, anyway. Because apparently 5 milligrams is too much. It literally causes side effects at that point. If I break it into thirds, that's like roughly 3.34 milligrams per... It might work, is what I'm getting at. I'll see. If that don't work, then I probably just need to not take them. Or I need to see if we can get like a smaller dosage. See if the store has a smaller dosage. One or the other. But even 5 milligrams was a lot for me. I was breaking them in half at first because I already knew 10 milligrams was a lot. And I took them for like a week. And they just kept causing that issue where like I felt like I was being watched. First couple hours after I took the melatonin, I literally could not sleep because of that. And yeah, I would sleep like a baby once that passed, but like, I would be paranoid as fuck for like 2-3 hours. Scared to sleep. I don't think that's worth the trade. Because yeah, I sleep like a baby, I'll pass out, I'll still get like enough hours of sleep, but I won't go to sleep when I wanted to. So I definitely need to take this in smaller amounts. Hold on, do I have like... I have a knife here, should I just try breaking it? Because what I was doing before was just biting off half. Should I just try cutting it? Let me do that. No, that don't work. It's too tough. It's too tough even for this damn knife. Like, I have a full-on kitchen knife here, like the sharp ones. I don't know which kind of knife it is exactly. It's not a big one. It's like a little bigger than a butter knife, but it's pretty sharp. Even that won't cut it. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to bite into it. At least that left a mark though. That mark right there might be useful because I know where to bite it. Let me make a second mark. I like how I'm not even paying attention to the gameplay. I'm just talking about what I'm doing. This is what y'all signed up for. I'm kidding. Yeah, let me make a second indent. Right there. Okay, I kind of did that the wrong way. There we go. Now we have 2 indents on the pill. It should break it in exactly third if I bite into it. So, I'm going to try that tonight. See, get back to you in the next video probably. We'll see. We'll see. How long? I'm actually editing the video for the next Let's Play right now. The first video. 72%. You're gonna move? You're gonna move? 73. Okay, it's still moving. I had to be sure. I didn't know if like it bugged out or something. I would have been mad if it did. Because that means I would have had to... Sorry. Add an itch. That would mean I'd have to restart the like processing of it. And the processing on my editing app is way worse time-wise than processing on Share Factory. I wish there was a mobile version of Share Factory you use outside of PlayStation. I would just use that. I would. I don't think there is, though. As far as I know. But yeah, this is the last video we're going to edit for the week. Luckily, the next few weeks will just be 2 videos of this Let's Play going up, so it'll be a lot easier to keep up. That is why I wanted to get all, I want to do 4 videos this week to get all the Tomb Raider videos out of the way. So after this week, it's just 2 videos a week until this season of Tech Plays is over. For both this Let's Play and the next. And that makes me happy. Bless up. I know you don't care, I know you don't care, but do it make you happy? That's why I'm alone. It makes me happy. I don't pick up the phone. It makes me happy. Bless up. Sorry, that's a leaked Kendrick song. It's really good. I wish he would have released that. It's really good. Shout out to my pull I gave 2 bitty cups. I don't pour out the same. I think I've made it obvious by now. Kendrick's my favorite artist of all time. T-Pain's second favorite. Third favorite's Recognize. Recognize is really underrated. If you've never heard of him, go check him out. Really good artist. He's also probably one of the most responsive of people that I listen to. And what I mean by that is if you leave a comment, he'll always like see the comments. He'll always like either reply, like, heart, whatever, depends on what platform you're on and all that, but he'll always see the comments and react to them, which is kind of nice because like not too many music artists do that. It's really nice that he does that. I appreciate that. I appreciate he cares about his audience enough to like pay attention to comments and shit. But Recognize is my 3rd favorite artist, in part because of that, but his music's also just really fucking good. Like, that's why I said go check him out. He's a really chill dude. He's got like amazing music. If I could afford it, like, if I ever got to a point where I could afford like a more expensive feature than like just people on BandLab, I think Recognize would be my first feature. Quite honestly. I think I would want him as my first feature. Be outside of BandLab on a song. Because he is fucking goated. He's my third favorite artist of all time. Plus T-Pain and Kendrick are probably too big. Probably be way more expensive. But it's also just that I feel like Recognize would deliver every time. I feel like he'd like be the most likely to give you like an amazing feature. Like obviously Kendrick and T-Pain have amazing feature games too, but it's like I don't know. I just feel like Recognize would be like the first person I'd want a feature from. That's a bigger artist than the people I already get features from. But yeah. Back to focusing on the game here. Oh, this part. Oh no, this part. The zombies with their guns. The zombies with guns are like the only enemy in this game that I actively hate. And it's because it reminds me of RE6. That is the first thing I want to point out. It reminds me of RE6. But also, sorry if you hear noise, I'm like trying to organize some shit while I'm doing commentary. But it reminds me of RE6 first and foremost. That's like the main reason. But they're also just annoying. Like there's been times they shoot me through cover and shit, and I'm just like, I feel like they're the only enemies in the game that don't really work for the game they were made for. If that makes sense. Like they feel like they just don't belong in Resident Evil Requiem. Or really just Resident Evil games in general. Again, sorry for the noise. At least that's the vibe I get. They feel like they were designed for like an action shooter, but then they were thrown in this game. And they just slowed down their movement to, you know, make up for that. But it didn't make up for that. They still feel incredibly out of place, incredibly annoying. But we're not at the zombies with guns yet, so you'll see what I mean when we get there. Basically what I was doing, I was just getting peppermints out of my medicine thing to like check how many I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 left. Okay, I can go another week without peppermints. That's good. That's what I wanted to make sure. I don't even know if I'll eat all 9 of these by the end of this next week. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. No video done editing. Epic. Sorry, I gotta add on my phone. If you heard noise, that's what it was. I have the free version of the editing app I use, in part because that editing app has gone that app has gone pro AI, so I don't want to give them money for that reason. Because I did think about it in the past of just getting the premium version of the app, but like, it's pro AI, so. Anyway. Apparently there's news development about PS6. I feel like it's too early for PS6. Let's see what this says. Sony President and CEO Hiroki Totoki, I hope I'm saying that right, sorry if I'm not, recently confirmed during May 2026 earnings call that the company has not yet finalized the release date or pricing for the PlayStation 6. This uncertainty is largely driven by a global shortage of surging cost of RAM memory components, which are expected to persist through the fiscal year 2027 due to the high demand from AI data centers. Stop using AI. That is literally the solution. Stop using AI. It is clearly costing all these companies money, but they still want to use it. This is gotta be like the most stupid shit in the world to me. Is like, AI is costing you money. First of all, it's a horrible thing to begin with because it's replacing like the human soul in creative outlets. It's replacing jobs. It's destroying the environment. I shouldn't have to like explain all this shit, but even if companies don't care about any of that, which they clearly don't, they should care about their profit. And AI data centers have been proven to be very expensive to keep up, and RAM prices have been rising through the roof because of them. Bam! Just stop with the AI shit. It's clearly hurting all the companies, but they're just too damn stubborn and stupid. Like, what are you expecting to happen? It suddenly turn around and you make more money than you're losing? That's not what's gonna happen. No one's gonna be able to afford your shit when you keep rising the prices because AI is making those prices rise. You're basically destroying companies, including your own companies. So it's like, just stop the AI shit. Even if you don't care about like all the morality shit in it, you should care from a profit standpoint because you're a damn company. You're not only being greedy and evil, you're also being fucking dumbasses. I swear. This AI shit just needs to be nipped in the bud, and the sooner companies realize that, the better off they will be. Not just the people that work for them, not just civilians, not just customers that support their product. They will be better off too, because they won't be wasting all this money on AI shit. But no, they're just so damn stubborn and stupid on this. It's really frustrating because I already hate all this AI bullshit for the moral reasons, right? Like I hate that it's destroying the environment. I hate that it's replacing jobs. I hate that it's taking the soul out of creative outlets, like they're doing AI music, AI art, all that shit. I hate all of that. But it pisses me off more that companies are like so pro AI that they're literally self-destructive with it. They don't care that they're losing money to AI because they think they'll make more AI once people give into it. But that's not going to be the case. You're going to destroy yourselves. Do you not fucking realize that? I swear, it is the next level stupidity that makes this 10 times more frustrating than it already was. Like, fuck. Look, this is coming from someone who's never been in a company, who's never ran a company, none of that. This is coming from an outsider. When an outsider looking in at the companies can see this shit, and the companies can't, then the companies are dumbasses. Too long didn't read version. Stop AI because it's losing y'all money. Like, even if you don't care about the moral reasons that civilians and customers do. Just care about your profit at least. At least don't, if you gotta be evil and greedy, at least don't be stupid with that. Because that just makes it way more frustrating. When you're evil, greedy, and stupid, it's, oh, jeez, like, that combination's like one of the worst combinations in the world. Like, literally, the only thing you're missing is being a fucking pedophile or something. Like, that's literally all that's missing that would make that worse. Only thing that can make that combination worse is if you threw pedophile in the mix. But no, U.S. government has that one covered. I'm not going into that, but yeah. U.S. government has fucking all four covered. They're greedy, check. They're evil, check. They're stupid, check. They're pedophiles, check. U.S. government is pure evil, basically. Especially now. Especially now. Especially under Trump. Trump's first term, you could just basically just call it stupid. Now it's like all four of the things I just listed. But yeah, basically just stop using AI. It's clearly costing y'all money. Like, I'm sorry, but that just pisses me off. When y'all are so damn greedy that you don't even care that it's losing you money in the moment, you might not even make it to make that money back, if you ever did. Because of the fact you're losing so much money. Your company might go down. Anyway, I'm ending this off here before I ramble further. Bye.